Hi there, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting. Was having a little bit of technical difficulty, had everything set up, and I don't know what happened, but welcome, welcome. I am so glad that you are all here, and thank you for patiently waiting. So, thank you so much for joining me tonight for this Aries fiery, passionate full moon. Please let me know who all is in the chat room. Give it a thumbs up, and if you know your sun, moon, and rising, I would love to know about it. And Lori, welcome. I am so glad. And Norman is in the house. Happy Tuesday. Hey, Angie, how are you? Good evening, everybody. Super excited everybody is here. If you are new, my name is Patricia Tate, and I am a Western and evolutionary astrologer, meaning I dive into the past to understand the future. And if you are new here, please hit that notification bell so you can be notified as soon as anything comes up. And if you are a regular, I thank you so much for being here. Hey, Brandon Tate. Brandon's in the room. Oh, Genie. Oh my gosh. Yay. Oh, I am loving everybody that is showing up tonight. So thank you so much. So for tonight, I am offering astrology for this full moon in Aries. And so it is a $40 donation. There's a PayPal link, and there is the QR code. And Lori, you are an Aquarius sun and Libra rising, Aries moon. Oh my goodness. Okay, the whole Libra rising and the Aries moon, you're definitely going to be being hit with these eclipses. So I'm sure you're going to be feeling it. Hello, Tony. Pisces sun. I love a Pisces sun. They're just so watery and intuitive. And then Cappy moon to keep you grounded, and a Scorpio rising. I'm sure it's been a year and a half for you, so this will be a time for you to like sink into the next year and a half of paying attention to your intuition. So let's talk for just a second. I am coming to you from the great state of Ohio. Just got back from Connecticut. I love to travel, love to dive into the history and checking things out, and would love to know where you are from. Hello, Jimmy. Nice to meet you. Super excited that you are here with us tonight. For those of you who are seeking a personal consultation and you want it to be private, you can schedule that at my website, willowgracemystic.com. And hopefully you can also, if you would like a reading tonight, you can use the QR code for a $40 PayPal donation. And let's see who all is in the queue. So I want to talk to you just a little bit about what is going on. Let's see. There we go. So today, actually it's going to be this Friday. This is the sign of Aries, and we're going to be having this beautiful, fiery, passionate full moon. Remember that full moons, they're endings, they're closures, they are where things were hidden and then things are now coming to light. And Aries is going after what you want. It's about, I have a direction and this is what I want to do. And so this is going to be in the same house as your North Node, the direction in which you're supposed to be heading for the next 18 months. And the sun is currently in the sign of Libra. We've just had the autumnal equinox where we had the balance of the seasons and day and light. And so sun in Libra is highlighting themes in your life about building bonds, collaborating, connecting with other people, and compromise. And Aries is ruled by the planet of Mars, and Mars is in the opposite sign. So this is going to be a little bit of a struggle of, where have I compromised too much? Where have I given too much of myself? Where am I letting other people dim my light? And so the focus is going to be on illuminating the desires for where you want to take action for things. And there is this beautiful harmonious aspect with Venus over here. Venus is going to be the ruler of Libra, and Mars is the ruler of Aries. And so it's going to be telling a story of love and beauty and passion and desire and going after what you want and finding a balance between where can I push forward with my goals and where can I push forward with my ambitions and where can I release the demands of others and the codependency that I may have with others. And we'd all like to think that we don't have codependency, but codependency can be, I'm codependent on my work. I have to go every day to a job, or I'm codependent with a partner or with a significant other or with a friendship. And so not all codependencies are seen as negative. This is about where can I focus on where I can do things alone and where I want to branch off and do things on my own. All right, so let's move forward. So I've got the first person in the queue is Angie. So Angie, thank you so much for trusting me. Let me transition over here. Let's talk about your full moon. Let me pull up your chart here. And I greatly appreciate everyone staying here while we were having a little bit of technical problems. All right, so Angie. All right, Angie, let's talk. All right. So first off, thank you for trusting me. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. The sun is currently in your 6th house. It's illuminating all topics of your health, your mental, physical, spiritual health, well-being, psychological health. It's where we go to find guidance. It's our daily habits. And you are focused on where am I finding a balance between what the needs of others are with the needs of myself. The full moon is occurring in your 12th house. 12th house is your shadow self. It's shamanic work. It's connecting to your dreams, your intuition. It's through meditation. It's tapping into your angels, your guides. It's about paying attention to what personally drives you. And if you're not focused on your personal health, then you will have to take time out. The full moon is about forcing you to say, look, I need to find a balance between everything that everybody wants from me and the desires that I have right now. You're having this nodal opposition between looking into your past of where everybody has needed you, and you're also having a sun opposition. The sun, your sun is naturally in your natal chart of your 12th house, to where you are definitely tuned into your subconscious, the spiritual realm, either dreams, like you have a stellium here of Sun and Venus and Mercury, and the communication that you know that you have to tap into, that if you don't, you get ill. And this full moon is you being assertive, illuminating where you need to take action, meaning you need to have a place, whether it be at home or a private area where you can go to be alone, to tune into what does Angie want? What does Angie need? Are you focused on your own personal goals? Venus is trying to help here in your 4th house of home, family, roots, foundation, because things are changing in the home front. It's literally on top of Saturn. Saturn is, I've built this strong foundation, and Venus is, I want to make it pretty. I want to change some things. I want to make this reflect who I am becoming without everybody else that's in the home. This could be creating a Zen den. This could be creating just of who you are evolving into without other people in your life. It's like individual for you, and you saying, I have to move forward with this action. I can do this alone. I have these goals. I want you to go back to March 21st and then April 19th and 20th. Now, we had a solar eclipse at that time, and there were some seeds that were planted back in the spring. And so the spring was a time where you were thinking about everything that was going on in your home, everything that had to do with your health, everything that had to do with where is your place, where is this balance between my home and my work, and this transformation that is occurring. And now that you've got this nodal opposition of you're looking in the rearview mirror at your past and saying, I need to move forward and I need to push forward with my goals, my ambitions. I need to release the demands of others. I need to let them go, because if I do for them what they can do for themselves, that creates codependency between them and you. And this is an opportunity for you to strike out on your own to figure out, what does Angie want? Where can you go and try new things alone? Where can you go and figure out who do you want to collaborate with? Who do you want to connect up with? Where do you want to compromise? These are things that bring you pleasure. And I would definitely say take some time out. Take some time out to meditate. Take some time out for rest, because a full moon in the 12th house is a need for rest, relaxation, rejuvenation. A full moon in the 12th house is also illuminating karmic things from your past that have come to fruition. It's time to release it. I've done this repeatedly, and I just because it was expected of me in the past doesn't mean I should be continuing on with this. So I'm hoping that all of this makes sense. I'm loving where this is going, because this is going to be a new you. Really go back to the spring and look at what were the seeds that you planted, because back in the spring there were some big things that were happening on the home front, and with you balancing your home and your work, and with where you want to go with things for yourself. And it's about taking time out to tune in. Dreams, intuition, the spiritual realm, your subconscious, using caution to not self-sabotage, using caution for your private side, being respectful of it. Now, a full moon in the 12th house can reveal secrets. These can be other people's secrets that you might find out about, or it could be your secrets or things that you are trying to keep secret. Literally, it's right on top your south node. So this is like things that have happened in the past that, like, look, let's just end it, water under the bridge, be done with it, and quit hiding it. Like, let the skeletons out of the closet and not let it be taboo topics. And so that can be brought up at this time. So Angie, I am really hoping that all of this makes sense. Greatly appreciating it. Chronicle podcast, how are you? Oh my gosh, sending you a big hug. Not going to be, you know what happened last time. You and Angie and a few others that are on here. So that's not what's going to be happening. And thank you so much for that lovely tip. I am sending out a big fat hug to you. And please, everybody, please check out Chronicles podcast. Some of my favorites are there. All right. Oh my gosh. So many. I'm loving everybody in the house tonight. All right. So next in the queue is Jimmy. So thank you very much, Jimmy. Oh, Chronicle, sending out a big hug, just a big hug. And I think I'm pronouncing it Nabila. Can you give some highlights on the North Node and South Node transit? Your North Node's in Libra in the birth chart. Oh, so you're having a nodal opposition like Angie was. The North Node is what your North Node is in Libra. So you are going to be having, you're going to be having a nodal opposition. It's basically like looking into your past. I do have a separate video on it, or, it's like looking at your rear view mirror and saying, where have I been in the past? Where do I not want to go? How do I, what do I want to leave there? And how do I move forward with? All right. So let me pull up Jimmy. So thank you very much. Make sure I have all these dates correct. Sending a big hug out to Hannah in the house. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Alrighty. Oops, hold on. Yep. I almost have it. Sorry. I want to make sure everything is correct. There we go. All right, so Jimmy, I'd love to know if I could come back full circle next month or so for the partnership with a business. Oh my gosh, Jimmy. Okay, so Jimmy, let's just take a look. You are a sun in Aries. So I'm going to talk about you briefly, and then I'm going to pull up your chart of what's hitting you right now. So you're a sun in Aries and a Mercury. A sun in Aries is you are direct, you're fiery, you're passionate, but it's in your house of the way that you communicate through work, through home. Mercury is at home here. It's about you being this warrior of, this is the message that I have to deliver or I need to deliver. A moon in Pisces. Moon in Pisces means you're very intuitive and you feel other people's energy. It is in your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, and it's about things being very fluid for you. As an Aquarius rising, I love Aquarius, anything Aquarius. Aquarius is let your freak flag fly. And so people, you could literally sit down and talk with a CEO or a transient, people with money, people without money. You connect with people from all different walks of life. Anybody who has this Aquarius rising, is your connection to others is through words and your mind, and don't pin you down to any one type of, like, you're not just one type of a person. You know, like some people can be like all Taurus or all Virgo. You are not. You are a mixture of, and you feel it, you know it. All right, so now let's talk about where things are at for you currently. Let me transition this out of here. Oh. And pull up a bi-wheel to talk about, like, really. So I don't know how much you follow astrology, Jimmy, but the eclipses, we are right in the middle of eclipse season. All right, so we're right in the middle of eclipse season, and let's see. Love to know if I could come back full circle in the next month with partnerships to businesses. Hold on, over. Oh, partnership with businesses overseas. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you are ripe for this. All right. So eclipses. We're going into the eclipse season. There have been some things that have already happened that have set you up with things that are overseas, things that are business, things that have to do with education, foreign travel, higher education, foreign people, places, and things. And right now, the sun is illuminating this area of your chart, saying, it's highlighting collaborating, it's highlighting connecting and building these bonds and compromising. The North Node and the moon, this full moon, is having a closure, some ending of some things that are going on with relationships with siblings and neighbors, and with how you are talking with basic education in your work, with things that are going on closer to home. So next month, you are actually moving into definitely partnerships, definitely collaboration. Over the next year and a half, I want you to think back to the spring. 2 dates. The first one is March 21st and April 19th and 20th. So March 21st, you had like this ending of something, and then March 19th and 20th, you had a new beginning with something that had to do with travel overseas, connection with business, higher education, learning, all of those topics. And this is going to be a continuation of a theme for the next year and a half of who do I collaborate with? Where do I assert myself? Look, as an Aquarius, you can mix with many different groups. You have, let me look. You have, I'm loving this. Your Uranus is in trine with your own Uranus. That something that has to do with your house, your home, your family, your roots, your foundation, and your 12th house of your dreams, your intuition, being solid, being stable. And are you making like this looks like you have made a move, like you moved in the last year and a half, and it had something to do with home and your career, and now you're moving into a stage of your life of how can I maintain these relationships, whether they're business or personal, and you're concerned with partnership with business partners overseas. There's definitely, like in Libra, is we have to be able to make this happen. We have to, both of us are going to have to give and take. Where we have Mars is in the sign of Libra, and somebody's going to have to give and somebody's going to have to, because you're going to want to do some things on your own. Let's see. You're going to want to do some things on your own, but I wish I knew what your business was. Hold on. I moved back to Houston in 2021, but you plan on moving back to Austin next week. Okay, right at the eclipses. Okay, so you are literally setting yourself up to, I have shifted my career, I've shifted my home, and how can I maintain these things with my siblings? Because this full moon is going to reveal some things about your neighbors, your siblings, family, things that are closer to home, the way that you communicate, how you communicate, meaning being direct and being assertive, and where are you going to find this give and the take? Full moons are... There's an ending of something, and this could be an ending with like leaving one to go to another. And how do I maintain this? You can maintain through travel. I see you definitely going back and forth, traveling far away, and then staying close to home. I also see you use all forms of email, phone, text, Zoom, because Libra is, I want to collaborate with you. I want to make this happen. How can I do this using the internet, using airwaves? Aquarius is ruled by air. You are very comfortable with making these things happen. Make sure that you are going after what you want to do and not always what everybody else wants you to do. Okay, so moved back in 2021. Yeah, and moving back. Oh, okay, so Austin. Let's talk about the whole Austin things. I want you to look up a picture of the image of where the eclipses are going to happen. Literally, Austin. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be in Austin at some point, because like this winter, the first eclipse is going to go across and hit you on October 14th, going from your past to your future. And then the April 8th eclipse is going to be going across from west to east. It's like a double whammy with anybody who is in that area. It will totally affect your house, your home, your career, your job, your relationships. It is going to be huge for you. It's definitely going to be like huge for you. I'm hoping I will try to find a picture of like the eclipse path so you can see which way it's going to happen, because I have family in Austin and San Antonio, and I'm just excited for them and wish I could be there for both, but I plan on being in Ohio for the April 8th one. So I am super excited for you, Jimmy, on this path, because I'm going to throw one more thing out there. Since you're right in the middle of it, from this point moving forward, you're going to have this full moon illuminate some things in your life. And I want you to go with the flow of, it's going to shut down some doors for you. Imagine going down this hallway and no doors are open. and you have to keep moving forward to the door that is open, that's uncomfortable, that you've never been to, that it can be a little bit scary, and it's about walking into your future. And when you have two eclipses crossing over this area, it is a huge shakeup. So expect everything that's led you up to this point and up to the October 14th date, and then that will shake some more things up, and then you'll get used to it. You're going to say, okay, I'm going to go with the flow of this tidal wave, and you're floating on it. And then the April 8th is going to be another huge shakeup that will have to do with balance of where are you giving too much, where do you have boundaries, traveling, staying close to home, connecting with others. This whole area of your life is all about you finding healthy boundaries of where you want to go and who you are as a person. And so I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you. I'm really excited about this, Jimmy, for you. Very. Just got a job for cybersecurity. Oh my gosh, that makes so much sense because you have Scorpio at the top of your chart. You are absolutely made for cybersecurity. Wherever we have Scorpio is where we want to dive into the secret or the hidden. And so this is at the top of your chart. This is you legally diving into things that people keep hidden or secret in their lives that can be bad. And so I'm excited for you. Like, this is amazing for you. This is like absolutely amazing. All right, so let's take a look at who is in the queue next. So thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much for trusting me. And Tamzart, greetings from South Australia. You are in the house, loving your energy. You are a wonderful soul yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much for your guidance. You are very welcome for the guidance. All right, you are very welcome, Jimmy, for the insights. And definitely look up a map of the two eclipses are going to be coming up, and you're going to see a map of the United States where both of them are crossing over exactly where your location is. Tamzart, 8 a.m. here. Well, good morning. It is evening here, but I'm trying to pick a time that both of us can be here, and I'm so excited that you are on first thing in the morning. What a great way to start the day. All right, so let's see who is in the house. I have Hannah is in the house. Let's talk to Hannah. All right. I thank you all for being here tonight. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. All right, Hannah. Super excited that you are here with me tonight. As a Gemini rising, know that you are ruled by Mercury, which I'm sure that you probably already know. And anytime Mercury stations retrograde, you will feel it in your home and you will feel it in yourself, like who you are. All right, so let's take a look here. The sun is illuminating your fifth house, the fifth house of joy and pleasure and children and being childlike. It's hobbies and risks. And so the sun is saying there's a need to collaborate. It's about compromising and connecting with others. And there's a full moon illuminating some endings of some things that you wanted to do, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, that your aspirations. This could be you leaving a group, you leaving an organization, or a project that's coming to an end, something that you really enjoyed, that it's finally coming to an end. The 11th house is the house of shared beliefs, where you are connected to people. It's kindred spirits, it's your peers, and it's social groups. And so there's going to be an ending of a social connection, whether it be with friends or work, that is going to be illuminated. And there was something that happened back in March 21st or April 19th and 20th, that there was a seed planted that said, hey, I need to be working on this project, and I need to have an end for this project. I need to be pushed in order to find new. And so you currently are having an end to something that could be work related or a project related or creative. This could be something that's pleasure related. And so there's going to be this ending. Remember, full moons, they're endings, they're closures. They reveal things. So some things may be revealed with areas of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, of things that you want to do. A full moon in this area can also be illuminating that, okay, this may be ending and this is what I need to be working on. And how do I schedule this out? How do I make time for this? Who do I connect up with? Do I find a new network? Is a network available to you? Where you have the Aries is you have to focus on your drive, your purpose, your independence from home, from family, from work, and how do you find the balance of what other people want from you and your desires and you going after what you want. This could be you, this Aries part of you that says, I have to find like-minded individuals. I have to find a social a group or people who share the same beliefs as me, or a new network for something that has to do with your career or your work. I have to find organizations that can support me with things that I want to do. And so the sun in Libra is basically saying, look, you can do this. You can think of this as an investment in yourself and make sure that what you are giving, it is not giving away of yourself, that you're following your own desires, your own actions. You have, let's see, Aries is, the ruler is Mars, so that is here. And where's the Venus? And Venus is in your third house. So this is the house of school and close to home, neighbors, family, like not parents, but like cousins, brothers, sisters. And this is a connection. And you're having a Venus return. So you're starting a new chapter of your life with the way that you communicate, how you use your words, how you find a balance for what are your needs and what are the needs of others. How do you move into this new direction? Venus is the goddess of love, and she's money and cash and property and self-worth. And what she says and how she says it is with beauty. Venus is in the sign of Leo, meaning I take pride in how I say things. Hear my voice. Hear me say things. Value me for what I have to say and what I want to share with others. So I'm hoping all of this makes sense to you, Hannah. I'm super excited for you to have this going on in your life, and a new chapter for you, focusing on what is yours and what is others, and finding your independence in all of this, like standing on your own. And this is illuminating your desire for action of where do you want to go and do things alone, and where do you want to connect up with others. Again, remember that the 11th house is where you collaborate with others. And so where you are going alone, you can also find like-minded individuals and collaborate with them. All right, Hannah, so thank you very much for trusting me with your consultation. All right, I'm sorry. My dog is sitting and tapping onto the camera and wiggling it, and I'm very sorry about that. Let's see. Let's move on. Who do I have in the queue? Let's talk Brianna. Thank you very much. Let's see here. And thank you for waiting. Let me see. All right. All right, so perfect. All right, I think I have everything. All right, Tanzart, you have, Tanzart, you have Venus in Leo. Look, I love Venus in Leo. I know, my fur baby. I had to take his collar off because, he walks around and everything jingles. Chronicles, look, I love you. I love your Instagram. I love your YouTube. I love everything. And great show. Thank you for all the flames. Loving on you. And Tamzart saying hello back to you. Loving all the emojis and having your morning coffee. All right, so let's talk. Brianna, as a Capricorn rising. Oh, okay. So you're having this full moon in your house of home, and you currently have the sun. The sun is in the sign of Libra, at the top of your chart with your career, your life path, your public life. It's your boss, it's your professional life, it's your ambitions, it's your reputation, and the sun is illuminating and highlighting all these areas where you are collaborating and you're connecting with others, and that you have these social bonds and you're building these connections with other people outside with your career, with your job. Now, the full moon is happening in your fourth house of home. It's illuminating something that has to do with an ending. Some seeds that you planted back at the eclipses, back at April 19th and 20th with this solar eclipse. Solar new beginning, and now we're having this moon, this full moon. Full moons are endings, they're closures, they're where something that was started 6 months ago now has an ending. So 6 months ago, you started down a path that had to do with something that has to do with your home, your family, your roots, your traditions. The fourth house is your personal life. It's what you don't share with other people. It is those people that shape you. It's a shared past that you have with others, and it doesn't have to be blood family. These can be your connections with other people that feel like family. And so there's going to be some kind of an ending or some kind of a closure. This could be you are settled into a new home, or somebody has moved out of the home, or somebody is, Aries, I want to do this with my home. So Aries, this is the fiery energy of I want to, I do not want to be dependent upon. I feel like there's this codependency because it is home, but you want to have independence from the home. And this can be family home and the home that you live in. This could be, let's see, Mars is the ruler up here. Where's your Venus? Venus is in your 8th house of shared resources, almost sitting on top of your Mars. Okay, so this is a beautiful sextile that's supporting. So things that are going on at your home. Maybe you're saving money for a home. Maybe you're wanting to remodel your home. Maybe you are redecorating. This is illuminating some things of what you want to do to make it your own. Because Venus is in your 8th house, almost sitting on top of your personal Mars, this is your shared resources, your debt, your income that you share with other people. The 8th house is alimony, child support, cash, property that you share with other people. It's also the house of deep bonding or contracts that we have with other people. So at this time, you might be wanting to do this with somebody who you are feeling this deep connection with. How can I do this in my home and also please you and not lose myself? I need to push forth with my goals, my ambitions, but I also want to include my partner in with it. It's where you want to go and do things alone. It's where you want to look for it's an ending of a cycle. So this could be putting some things that have to do with your past, your home, your traditions, and it can also have to do with things that have happened in the past and like ancestral stuff that has happened, and saying, I want to put my past in the past. I want to, I have disclosed, the full moon is revealing some things, and I want to start with you And what does this look like? What does this Aries, fierce, fiery energy look like? Because it's passionate. It wants to cut people, places, and things. Like wherever you have Aries is like, boom, I want to cut it. I want to remove it. Like I want to go after it. I want that now. And so you have this full moon of that's the past. I want to cut it away. And this is what I want for my home, my family, my partnership that is in my home with me. All right, so Capricorn or Brianna, I am hoping that all of this makes sense to you. This is in a beautiful sextile to what is going on in your second house of your self-worth, your cash, your property, and it's you initiating a lot of things that that is about making you feel better about yourself. There is a square, but there's also a trine to your 12th house of your dreams, your intuition, and you following that because it's not going to lead you astray. This is in a beautiful trine with Pluto, the planet of transformation, Jupiter. I want to expand it, and Venus. Because you're having a Venus trine also. So all of this is saying, look, all of the energy is set up that the focus should be on you and your home and finding a balance between you and your work, highlighting collaborations and your connection with others. Where are you compromising with home and work? And so Brianna, I am hoping all of this makes sense to you tonight. So thank you. Thank you very much for trusting me. So let me transition out of here and let me see who is on deck for tonight. All right. Let's take a look. Capricorn, the shadow side of Cancer, your sun. Tamzart, look, I love it, every sign for what they bring, and I also learned to like the shadow side of everything. Yeah, the Capricorn being the shadow side of Cancer. Cancer is, look, if you have a sun in Cancer, Tamzart, you are, you go by your feelings, your intuition, which means family and home and tradition. And usually people who have sun, moon, or rising in Cancer, they have these memories that go way back to early childhood, and that all of their memories are core memories. Like they remember them based on actual events that have happened. So hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so let's see who is in the house. Let's see. Oh, I think I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Alrighty. So, Genie, let's take a look. Make sure I have all the dates and everything here right. All right. Genie, hopefully you are still in the house because I saw you earlier. So hopefully still here with me. All right, Genie, so let's talk. You are an Aries sun in your 9th house. So this is huge for you because we have all of this action going on in your 9th house. A sun in the 9th house is focused on foreign people, places, things. It is about travel, it's spirituality, it's higher learning, it's publication, it's journaling. And so your North Node is literally sitting on top of your sun saying, this is the direction in which you're supposed to be going. Now you're having a full moon here. There's some big closure, some big ending. Maybe you're having something published. Maybe you have started a project. Maybe you've started something and now there's this ending to it, or revealing some things about it of where can I move forward with this. The sun is opposite in your third house of communication, home, and like your siblings and relatives. And the sun in Libra highlights where you want to build bonds and where you want to collaborate and connect and compromise with people. The sun in Libra is where it's the scales. It's about wanting to find a happy medium for everybody. And a full moon in Aries is where have I compromised too much, or where do I need to end certain things that you're compromising in your life. Mars is the ruler, and Mars is conjunct the South Node down here and saying, I have to leave some of these things behind. I have to cut away some of these contracts, some of these in the third house is the way that you communicate, and maybe you are giving too much of your time that's one-on-one, because this could be for a business, this could be for work, this could be I'm giving too much of my time away and I either have to bill for it or I have to charge a service for it. A full moon in your ninth house is there's going to be some kind of closure or ending that could have to do with a collaboration that you've had with people from far away, or you've just come back from traveling and you're going to now be here for a while. It's about an end of something that has to do with foreigners and foreign travel, higher education, beliefs. It's you studying into it. And so maybe you're done taking all these classes, and maybe this is the student becomes the teacher moment, because Mars down here and the sun in Libra is you have a voice that needs to be heard. You need to be moving in this direction. The North Node sitting on top of your sun is this is the direction in which I need to move into, and I need to share my wisdom. I need to share my knowledge. I know that you are a practitioner, so are you teaching a class? Are you expanding? Are you sharing spirituality? This is an opportunity of things that are going to be illuminated, of different avenues that were unexpected, that you just didn't think were going to be available to you. Remember that this is in a beautiful trine to Venus. Venus rules the Libra, and so this has to do with you, your looks. It's sitting right on top of your personal moon and your personal Pluto, and so Venus sitting here is changing your looks, changing how people see you, changing how people know you, how people address you. The first house is, I always say it's not just how they see you, but it's like your business card and your website. And so this is you changing those things about yourself, and you're going to have an ending of one chapter. Remember, so go back to that March 21st, April 19th, April 20th, and look at what did you start then that you now have some ending of, so you can begin the next chapter of. All right, so Genie, I'm really hoping that this all makes sense to you, and thank you so much for trusting me. And I have, I don't see the name. Let's see. Hold on. I see all the details, so let me pull up that. All right, so Wendy Knight. Okay, thank you, Wendy. Let me get all your details here. Good Lord. Wendy. Oh, Wendy, I think... Okay, it's all coming back to me. I think that we have talked before, so it's coming back. All right. I appreciate you trusting me and coming back again. There we go. And California. All right. Thank you so much for your patience, Wendy. Let's see if I have everything right. Westminster, California. Let's take a look. All right. All right, Wendy. So your question, new home and okay, let's talk about the love. Okay. The sun literally, okay, you're starting, okay, let's talk. I want to bring out a couple of things here. You're having a Mars return. A Mars return is the start of a new 2-year cycle of something that you're starting. It's in your 5th house of fun, joy, romance. It's creativity. The 5th house is who you, it's like adult playmates, and it's you initiating, going after people or things that bring you pleasure and joy. Now the sun is here. The sun is where I want to collaborate. I want to find these bonds. I want to connect with other people. I want to compromise. You're starting this new 2-year cycle. You have this full moon that's illuminating your 11th house of your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your aspirations, and who you network with in order to accomplish them. A full moon here can be illuminating. I didn't realize that I might want to connect up with you. Or, okay, so full moons can bring endings. And so this could be an ending to a relationship that you have with a partner through work or a partner through an activity. This is... And you want to know about home also. Okay, you have several new things beginning. I'm going to backtrack for just a hot second here because now I'm taking a deeper look. You're having a Mars return. You're having a Venus return. You're having a Saturn return, like here and here. So the next couple years of your life are going to be focused on, okay, let's talk about this. You're a Gemini rising and Mercury rules you. So anytime Mercury stations retrograde, it's difficult for you. Mercury is in your 3rd house with Venus in the sign of Leo. The things that you say are very passionate and loving and kind, but Venus is currently in your 4th house of how do I communicate what I want to do with what I want my home to look like. Venus in the sign of Virgo is detail oriented. If this is about a new house, because it's it's on top of your Pluto and Uranus. Thinking outside the box, Pluto means transformation. Mercury is, in order to do this, I have to have detail, structure, fine print, look through things. It's less about moving in a new house. It's more about romance. This moon is ending some things that have to do with 11th house partnerships of social circles and networks. But the next lunation is looking like you are initiating, going after people that you would like to connect up with. I would look in my social circles. I would look in my groups. A full moon in your 11th house is bringing to light people, places, and things that you didn't see. And with this Aries energy of, I didn't know this person was in the group. I didn't know that they were in, these are peers. These are kindred spirits. These are networks. And you having to network, Aries, go after it. Mars with this fiery energy, you're going to be the one that has to go after and initiate. You're going to have to be the one who probably makes the first move here. The moon is illuminating. It's like showing you areas of your life where you're going to have some things end, but wherever we have endings, there's always the new beginnings. And I wouldn't, if you are still working, because you're around my age, if you are still working, this could be through work, and this could also be through volunteer service. This house, I want you to think outside the box and say, where am I meeting people? Where can I meet people? And who do I want to draw in to me? Do I meet them through volunteering? Do I meet them through work? Do I meet them through a religious organization? Do I meet them through networking? The 11th house is not just networking as in a sewing group or a book club. It's also the internet. And so this could open up that avenue to you. You're going to be the one who's going to be initiating it. It's going to be about you communicating your wants, your needs, your desires, and you being the one who starts this. Venus, a new chapter for Venus, a new chapter for Mars. This is literally, I want to find somebody who has the same interests and same joys that I do, and that's creative endeavors. So I would look at anything that how you express yourself with hobbies, where you take risks, things that you do on the weekends. That's where you're going to connect up with. And so I'm sending out a big fat hug and hoping that this all manifests for you. This is pointing you into the right direction. You're going to be the one that's going to have to initiate these changes. A Saturn at the top of your chart. I'm just going to throw this out there. This has nothing to do with the lunation. A Saturn return is you solidifying some things in your life that have to do with your career, your legacy, your public life. It has to do everything with your professional life, your ambitions, and your reputation, and solidifying things over the next few years. I don't know if that's for you to retire or if you are already retired, but this is setting up things for your future so that when you leave, it is solid and stable. All right, so Wendy, sending out a big fat hug. So oh yes, yay, you're here. Okay, and yes, I'm hoping that the yes means that everything is making sense to you. I only have Tuesdays off where I would book a reading. Look, I totally understand that. And if anybody is interested in booking a personal one-on-one, you can do that through the website. And I'll make sure that there's a link there. And then I spend an hour to an hour and a half talking about the topics that you want to discuss, and it can be more private. All right. So let's see who's in I do not have a name for who is in the house. There we go. I do. All right. So Jamie, Scorpio sun, rising, and Leo moon. I am loving this energy. All right. So Jamie, let me pull up your information and let's talk. Right. Thank you for waiting. All right. I appreciate everybody showing up tonight. Sending out love. If you are a regular, thank you for showing up. And if you are not, welcome. Welcome and welcome. All right, I got it. And Honolulu, sending out all kinds of positive energy for your neck of the woods out there. All right, Jamie, I'm just going to share your chart first, and then I'm going to dive into a little bit so I can have like an overall view of what's going on with you. So, look, this is a lot of Scorpio, Jamie. I'm sure your last year and a half has been a doozy because the nodes were in your first house of self and your partnership. And let's see. Okay, so this is a stellium. You have your sun in Scorpio. You have your Mars there. Oh, okay, I got it. Love spirit. Oh, I'm now connecting it. Okay, love spirit 888. Loving the significance of numbers. And yay, I'm so glad you're in the queue. Okay, so I'm so happy you're here. Okay, so let's talk about you, love spirit. All right, this is a lot. And so the last year and a half of your life has been, how do I trust my own intuition? How do I trust my own dreams? How do I, oh, these eclipses are so challenging. Oh, you lost your son June 22nd of this year? Oh, and your brother's in his, oh my God. Oh, okay, can we talk about why this is all happening? And I'm so sorry. Okay, I want to talk about where you've been and where you're going. Love spirit. Look, anybody who has Scorpio or wherever you have Scorpio, it's deep, it's intense, it's raw. And this is a stellium. And loss is something that you deal with on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, people probably tell you all their secrets. They probably tell you everything knowing that you can handle it and you hold space for everybody. And all right, knowing that, I'm going to talk to you about why. So let me pull up a bi wheel to share more about what's going on, because the last year and a half of your life has been who do I trust? And I will. And there we go. And your intuition and your gut and your psychic ability. All right, Jamie. My heart is just going out for you. Look, the sun is currently in your 12th house. The 12th house is the personal unconscious. It's where we go to retreat. It's the house of rest, retreat, where we withdraw. It's the private part of our inner world. It's meditation. It is the subconscious mind. And the sun in Libra is highlighting where you've built bonds and that you've connected with other people. And it's the 12th house is the house of loss. And so you are dealing with a lot of loss. And I'm so sorry. Like I feel it. The full moon is in your 6th house. The 6th house is your mental, physical, spiritual health and well-being. If you are not taking care of yourself at this time, your mental or spiritual or psychological health or well-being will suffer because of. A full moon in the 6th house is usually illuminating. It's either an ending or it's illuminating. And this could be illuminating where I need to speak to a doctor. I need to speak to a counselor. I need to focus on my health. I need to balance my work and my home. I need to Aries, it's going to be you are going to have to initiate these things in your life that have solely to do with you and your daily routine and the service that you give to others and your relationships that you have with other people. The 6th house is the house of self-care. You are going to have to push forward and initiate self-care for yourself in order to weather the storms that are coming ahead. The eclipses are going to occur over the next year and a half. Like you started something March 21st, the April 19th and 20th, and this is a culmination of, but it's not over with. The eclipses of the last cycle, you're going to have one more that's going to be an ending that will have something to do with your relationship. That will be like the October 28th. So moving forward, you've done a lot of deep intense work inside. You've done a lot of shadow work. You have gone within. You have had to deal with, like, who do you trust? How can you trust them? You learn your lessons through your reactions and your relationships through other people by learning to trust them. And where does that get you? And so it's all trial and error with you. And it's where do you get hurt? And this last year and a half has been a nodal opposition of your past was looking in your rearview mirror, and now you have to focus on, I have to focus on my future. I have to leave that in the past. I have to let go of this. I have to release this. All of this energy in your 12th house is about karma, and it's about generational trauma. It's about leaving generational things in the past, and you have to take care of your health. You have to focus on your needs, your mental needs, your self-care. Otherwise this will illuminate an illness that you just didn't know was coming on because you were not taking care of yourself. So I'm hoping that a full moon here is illuminating an ending to an illness or an ending to a part of your life, and that you're ready to search out more balance for yourself, whether it be a counselor, a mentor, a guide, somebody that can help you get through you taking time out for yourself, you finding a balance between your home and your work. I am so sorry you're crying, because I feel it. I am seeing where you're going. All of this energy in your 12th house is saying, I need rest. I need recovery. And life is still going on. And I have to set aside time for me. Otherwise, I can't get through this. And so this full moon in Aries is definitely take time out and seek out people who can nurture and care and hold space for you as you weather this, because you need it. You, as a Scorpio, with all of that energy in Scorpio, you need people that you can trust, and you have to be able to let down your guard and let them know what you're going through, because you keep a wall up. Scorpios just naturally do it, but you have a lot, and there's sometimes that you work from fear, and this is about overcoming your fear. And so I'm holding space for you. I'm going to definitely light a candle for you tonight, and I'm going to hold space for you. And I hope that you find people that can support you with this new area of your life of you have to take care of you, because you've been taking care of everybody else for a very long time, and you have to start putting your needs first. And it's going to be tough for you, but it's anything that's 12th house related is, if you don't take the time out, the universe will force you to take the time out. If you don't take it out for yoga and meditation, the 12th house will force you to take it out with institutions, as in hospitalizations. So I'm encouraging you, please get the support that you need, that can support you on all assets of your life, all parts of your life. So love, spirit, sending a big hug for you. I'm sending out a big fat hug. All right. So I do not see anybody else in the queue, and I want to thank all of you for showing up tonight for me and for trusting me for these consultations. It allows me to do what I love to do best, and that is share astrology, and I love to share tarot. So please, I hope that you I hope you subscribe, I hope you stay connected up with me. I do have an email that if you would like to sign up for that, and please check out the website. Join me next week where I'm going to be offering tarot. I'll have that up soon. It's 3 cards for $20 and 5 cards for $40. And definitely, look, I have already posted November. I know that that's early for some people. Look, I'm a Virgo rising, and so I plan. And so definitely please get online and check out the forecast for the rest of this month, the forecast for October, and the eclipses that are going to be coming up, all the transits that are going. Please make sure that you listen for your rising sign. And if you're a planner, November is up. And so after we get through all this transition of October, you'll be able to definitely look forward to the November, because November is bringing joy and abundance to help us get through all of these transitions. So, Tamzar, I lost my two boys in a bad breakup 30 years ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. And I feel that. I feel it. I'm sending out hugs to everybody. Angie, I am sending you I appreciate you showing up each week and sending out a big fat heart to you, and hoping that everybody here stays connected and goes into this full moon with an opportunity to release and let go, and then do not try to manifest until we're out of eclipse season through October. It's about release, let go, let flow as you move through. All right, so thank you again for trusting me.